What's up, YouTube? It's Naj and Reina with another one. Wine and
Give me a drink.
reactions.
Drinking things.
And Reina has a video today. A couple videos that we're gonna be reacting to. Something you want to say about that?
We're just reacting to one for this one, but yeah. Um, I was on Facebook scrolling, minding my business, and I saw something that concerned me. And I thought, before I finish watching this, because I had so many reactions to it, I said, let me pause this and share this with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Her name's Kristen. She's making a ramen dish. And we're vegan, so this is not appetizing anyway. Using store-bought chicken ramen. What about that glass of eggs? I mean, maybe it's like oven resistant, oven safe. This shit pissed me off.
You say oven safe?
Sweet peas in your ramen. People always gotta fuck up some good shit. And this is canned sliced carrot. That's a no from me, baby. That's
all
so
right.
nasty.
It's looking great so far.
She's grabbing her hands like.
So this is actually my favorite way to make these ramen noodles. I just think it turns out so good. So a little garlic here.
This is where I stopped.
I'm just going to put a little bit actually on top of each little ramen pile. So I just buy the ramen at the store that's in the package. You can get anywhere. And then I just like to doctor it up a little bit, but it makes it taste so good. So it's super fast as well. I add all my dry ingredients first. And then a good ramen always has some kind of pork. So all I'm going to do is take some slices of bacon, roll them up.
Did she say my ramen always has some kind of, no, it's okay. It's going to take 2 seconds. My ramen always has some kind of pork in it.
I think so.
It's called shashu. It's not like, it's a pork belly or like a piece of lean pork meat. By the way, I'm a ramen connoisseur. I haven't had traditional non-vegan ramen in years, but I know ramen so much that the fact that this heifer's putting a big ass slice of bacon in it is about to make me come through the fucking screen. This ain't right. Go ahead.
That ain't it.
And then just put it right in the center. So you can see I have my heat on high. Also, I like when I go to these ramen places, you get like a real authentic ramen. It always has the egg in there. So I like to cook my eggs in the center, just like this. I think it turns out the best.
Just an authentic ramen.
All right, and we just use a little bit of bacon.
Not like that, mama.
Again, this is just my favorite way to make ramen. And it's so easy. You just buy it at the store, already in the package, and then you just doctor it up a little. And you can really do whatever you want with it. There's so many options.
This is horrible.
All right. It cooks super fast. We have our heat on high. So now all I need to do is add a little bit of butter. Butter. It just makes it a little more rich and a little more authentic. So I'm just going to put the butter all around right here. It's going to melt super fast. You're going to notice that. All right.
It's like a science project.
Just a little bit. All the way around. Perfect. All right. See, it's already melting, which is great. So the last step to this dish, and it cooks very, very fast.
That right there.
It's 1,000 calories.
Just the butter alone is about 400 calories at least. Just the butter alone.
No, it's like 1,000.
That is ridiculous.
That's real cow's milk butter.
That's real gross.
That's
We just have to add our liquid. So I like to use, I just have some vegetable broth, super healthy. So I like to use that. And all we're going to do, I just pour the liquid right on top of the noodles because it starts rehydrating them. Just like so. All right. Just like that.
Side note, she said, watch how fast this buttermilk. I still ain't seen none milk yet. It's out the one that's closest to the front.
We have our heat on high. It was sizzling very nicely. Now the liquid is going to start to boil, okay?
This is so nasty.
So again, just to recap what I've done here, I have my ramen noodles that I just bought. You can get these at any grocery store. So I started with my eggs in the center. I like to cook the eggs separately. It's my favorite way to do this. And then I just empty out my ramen packet. The packets already have seasoning in them, which is perfect. I used 4 in this dish because I'm feeding my whole family. I put some vegetables in. I love peas and I love carrots. I think they go great with ramen. Eggs in the center because good ramen always has egg. Always has egg. And then I emptied out my ramen noodles. And you can use any kind, whatever flavor you like, whatever your favorite is, you can use whatever you want. So I emptied those around. Make sure all the noodles are covered with the liquid. It's cooking up nicely. The butter is just smelling so good. It's melting nice. Let me check this. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a little stir. Yep, these noodles are just about done. I'm just gonna smash them down into the liquid just to make sure they're all cooking evenly. All right, these are gonna be so amazing. And I also, again, you could use water, but I use some vegetable broth in this dish. I just think it helps add a little bit of flavor, but you could use, okay. All right, so the next step, what we are going to do is we are actually going to take the glass off of the center, off of the egg yolks, okay? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to add a little bit more water, and we're just going to take the glass right off. All right, so we're going to take the glass off the egg yolks. That's our last step. And then you're going to see what we are going to do with that, okay?
For her, she's trying to do ASMR. Because she just keeps clicking shit. Like,
and now what we're going to do, you can see that the ramen is already cooked. We have our delicious pork in here, our bacon. We have our vegetables. We have our cooked ramen.
Hold on, wait.
Look at the bacon, bro. No.
Before we continue, like, is this one of those, like...
She's serious. She has a whole cooking page.
Videos. Oh.
She cooks a lot.
She's like a chef.
I mean, she thinks she cooks at home. Okay, can you just press play? Because I'm disturbed.
So now what we need to do is take the center. I'm going to take the cup off. And I need to, let's see, I'm actually going to do it like this. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do here, I'm actually going to remove these. Okay, we have our egg yolks. And I'm just going to separate those into my bowl. Because we have one more thing we need to do here. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of the liquid that's already bubbling. Okay, I'm going to take it, it's already bubbling. And all good ramens have an egg in it. So what we're going to do is put an egg right in the center, okay? Right mixed in with our broth. This is perfect. It's bubbling, it's cooking perfectly. I'm just going to put this right here. All right, that's going to cook up nice and perfectly.
Now, ramen does come with an egg typically.
And then we have our perfect ramen.
There is ramen that can come with like more of like an egg yolk. And there's ramen that comes with like a soft boiled or hard boiled egg. But like, it's like sis is like appropriating ramen for me. Because like, baby, this ain't how you get doing. This ain't not in. And it looks so, look at the fucking bacon. Can you zoom in on this? Hold on, let me see if I can zoom in. Look at the goddamn bacon that's uncooked. And the nasty sweet peas. You little nasty bitch. All right, come on.
Okay, so all we're going to do now,
I'm gonna drink.
Going to put my previously cooked egg yolks that look like a beautiful flower back on top. Actually, I just ruined the flour, but that's okay. All right, so here we go. We have our egg yolk right in the center. We want that to cook up nicely because that's how you eat good ramen. And then all we're going to do is start plating this up, okay? So I'm going to take this delicious ramen Here we go. And I'm going to put it in my bowl on top of the egg yolk. So we have a high protein dish. We're going to take the ramen right here. We're just going to start putting it into our bowl. Oh yeah, there we go.
Ew,
yummy, yummy. Get in my tummy.
Uncooked piece of bacon.
All right. We have our perfectly cooked, doctored up ramen right here.
I feel violated just watching that shit. What the hell was that? And she has children she's feeding it? She put a whole long, big ass piece of uncooked bacon inside. You saw that, right?
That was horribly disgusting.
It was so bad. Like, you know what's crazy? It had potential. Like, let's say, because again, we're vegan, so it's not even something that we would do. But I've been cooking since I was like 3 years old. So let's say
I've been cooking since I was like 23.
So right, I got 20 years in the game over you, right? So
Plus
let's just
5.
go.
I was like 28.
So with that being said, let's say she had cooked the bacon beforehand. Maybe she cooked the bacon first, then she put everything on top of the cooked bacon. So the cooked bacon wouldn't have been as crispy, but it's almost like, you know how greens are, like when you can make bacon in first and then you cook everything in the bacon grease and whatever. She could have done something like that. I don't know what the hell she decided to use canned freaking carrots and sweet peas in this. It is the nastiest addition. And it's like, lady, you didn't think to add, like, she could have added, like, I don't know, she could have even added, like, broccoli or not the sweet peas and the carrots. I'm thinking, like, American vegetables, because I would have added, like, bok choy or, you know, oh, God, my stomach hurt. Just say something.
I ain't got no words for that. That was...
The eggs shit was the dumbest thing. Why did she cook the eggs like this?
I'm guessing, like, she has kids, more specifically, like, 5-year-olds.
It don't matter what she have. She said that's for her whole family, her included. And she was hyped the whole time.
What I'm saying is, she has to have, like, young kids, and she just lets them go into the kitchen and cook, and then she just tries to mimic what they do. So she lets them cook, and this was their original recipe, and then she happened to try it. It's like, you know
that's
what?
That's like a prison meal.
I rocks with this.
That was like a prison meal. That was like a struggle meal.
Straight up, I ain't got nothing. I'm finna go in the kitchen blindfolded.
All that fucking tapping she was doing.
Stuff. That was, I don't even know what to say about that. That's the best way to sum it up, is what you said, as a prison meal.
It looks like a prison meal.
I think people in prison cook better than that.
Why are you talking like this?
And they ain't even got skillets.
I think people in prison cook better than that.
That was horrible.
Sound
I don't even know what I just watched.
I just watched a train wreck. And I'm so very sorry for the people that grew up with parents cooking like that. My mother was cooking like a goddamn gourmet chef.
I mean, it's
my father.
Twice as worse for us, be it that we don't eat.
Yeah, so I was actually kind of grossed out at the same time.
But at the same time,
it just was gross.
I wasn't vegan my whole life, right? Only like roughly the last 5 years or so we've been vegan.
Yeah, 5 years.
Prior to that, ain't no way in hell I would have even looked at that. Been in the same.
The bacon looks so nasty. Why would you put uncooked bacon in it's boiled bacon. She put boiled bacon in the damn ramen. So I'm saying, good ramen has eggs. Good ramen has pork in it. Like, girl, you sound like.
No, she was like, she said it's.
This is how you do dancing like hip hop. You gotta do like attitude.
That was gross.
Have you seen that video? Mm-hmm. The white lady's like trying to teach. I was like, yeah, hip hop's like It's like, no, baby, that's not hip hop, baby.
Nah, I don't know. I really think that. Honestly,
Japanese people should be pissed the hell off looking at this.
I think honestly, this had to have some sort of. I need to go viral to it, because there's no way that she eats that routinely and doesn't get sick.
Well, baby, never mind.
That is disturbing. To be sitting there eating basically raw
People
eggs.
Eat worse things.
Raw bacon, for sure. I mean, there's a
And if you're
whole
constantly
guy
eating worse
named.
things, then you can do that.
I mean, there's a guy named Liver King
Okay, you did it.
that goes wild, but and you know, carnivores and stuff like that.
So let's tell the people how we would make ramen, because I make a bomb ass ramen.
Not
in fact,
you.
In fact, guys, because of this, I feel like I should give y'all my ramen recipe if you want to make ramen from scratch and not make. Obviously we're not talking about oodles and noodles. We're talking about like ramen, like real good ramen. Yeah. The broth is the most important thing. I really cannot believe that she just poured some vegetable broth in there and just let it sit.
So Reina makes the most amazing ramen. Side notes: do we have any more green tea noodles?
Probably, we always have them.
So
If you want to do a live tomorrow,
that'd be cool. But I kind of want some. I don't need.
We have like 7 YouTube pages, so.
So the ramen that so I've never been a fan of ramen. Like when I was younger, I used to eat the the hood ramen, the hood noodles, right? The top ramen.
Cup of noodles.
No, not the cup, just the packages and the
skillet. We always had the cup noodles. They're so tasty.
I had those too, but I prefer the ones. I still throw in the microwave sometimes.
I think the cup noodles is more common in like Asian cultures too. No, yeah. I know all of them are common actually. The packaged ones are very common in Asian culture too. It's so funny because it's not like a hood thing. It's like a lot of people do that.
To a hood thing.
No, baby. What? You've been to H Mart. It's a whole fucking aisle full of ramen.
I said we turned
pre-made.
Into it.
Yeah.
So, point being, I never really. Well, I mean, I used to eat that, right? But when I got older, as an adult, I wasn't a fan of like ramen in the sense of like the Asian ramen until Reina started making it. Because even then, like we went to a ramen restaurant, and I think I might have had it or tried it or something.
I have literally gone to every ramen restaurant in the state of Texas, or the city of Dallas, I should say.
Well, Chicago too.
And in Chicago. I love ramen.
But when she made this one ramen dish, and it had this vegan protein broth, when I say this is the most amazing ramen dish of all time, like I wouldn't mind having that every day. I don't even think I would get tired of that. It was so fire. Side note, I just signed up a client the other day, and she was talking about how much she liked ramen, and I was telling her that we're gonna make something for her. And
there's a couple ramen dishes in there.
She was like, "Have you heard of what's it called?" She's from Chicago. She's like, "Have you heard of strings?" I was like,
"Baby,
yes.
that's my baby."
I was like, if Reina was in this room, she'd be bouncing off the walls. She loves that damn restaurant. That
Strings ramen, get it double boiled with the side of that freaking sauteed garlic. Anyway, so let me just tell y'all real quick. That shit look disgusting, but if you want to make your own ramen, I'm going to just throw it out there real quick. The first thing you need to do is get a nice broth, okay? If you get the vegan protein broth from Walmart, which I haven't been able to find it lately, but you can go online and find it and then pick it up. If you're vegan, even if you're not vegan, still use this broth because it's so good. So vegan protein broth, right? You start off with that. First, what you do is you start off chopping up some onions. You saute your onions, then you saute some garlic. Then you pour in some soy sauce, just enough to cover the vegetables. And then you add in your vegan protein broth. The soy sauce helps to calm down some of the creaminess, so it's not like too creamy, but it makes it really tasty and has a little tangy and saltiness to it. And then you add in the vegan protein broth, and then you add in some red chili garlic sauce if you want a little kick. I also love pepper and spicy shit. So I'll put in like some habaneros, serranos, or jalapenos, whichever one you want. And you just let that sucker cook, okay? You just let it cook. And if you feel like you start tasting it, if you feel like it needs a little more salt, add a little soy sauce or add a little salt to it. You can add other seasonings to it, as much garlic as your heart desires. Do that. That's your broth. And then you boil some ramen noodles, so you can use the actual dried ramen, or you can use actual like prepackaged ramen, but we like to make our own dried ramen. We use a green tea ramen. It's so good. Ramen noodle.
Did you say oyster mushrooms?
Oh yeah. I also will saute oyster mushrooms on the side, but that comes after. So then you get your noodles boiled. Then after that, you need toppings. So you can saute or grill or whatever. Bok choy, broccoli. What else, Papa?
Bok choy, broccoli,
oyster
a little
mushrooms.
spinach if you want to.
Spinach is tasty with it, or you can use Chinese spinach, or you can use snow pea tips. Oh my God, we love snow pea tips. Oyster mushrooms, if you cook them really hard so they get crispy and then chop them up, that's a fucking amazing addition to it. I also like using pickled bamboo shoots. Najee doesn't really like that much. I use fried garlic as well. So anyway, you take your noodles, you put them in your bowl, you take your broth, you put it in the bowl, and then you top it with what you want. I also love some fresh tomatoes on it, like sliced cherry tomatoes. So you use sliced cherry tomatoes, some bok choy, your oyster mushrooms, some peppers if you want. Garnish it with some cilantro and some sesame seeds. I like black sesame seeds. And get your chopsticks and go fucking in. Because they're good. And you can also, if you want it spicy, you just like kind of drizzle it with some sriracha.
You say cherry tomatoes?
Cherry tomatoes as well. I mean, you can do whatever toppings you want, except for canned fucking carrots and goddamn sweet peas. It's so nasty. I can't believe she did that.
Sweet pea. Where'd that come from? Wasn't it? What is my name in the movie?
I don't know.
Roll Bounce.
Okay, but regardless, you just got a free recipe. We sell that. Y'all got it for free.
So, don't take what she just said for granted. If you actually do that,
follow it, baby.
You'll experience heaven on earth.
Ooh, what else?
Earth,
you gotta put curry powder in it.
EARF.
Or turmeric powder. Or cumin. Whatever seasonings you want. Sazon is so good in it too. God. Kristen, you need your ass beat for this damn ramen. I can't believe you fed this to your kids.
Send this video to Kristen so she can clip that specific piece when she just gave that amazing
I was so confused.
Restaurant. That amazing recipe and send it to Kristen because she needs some tips.
Well, I don't even know Kristen's full name. I just know her name's Kristen. But anyway, guys, that was it for our reactions today. Let me know if you thought that was nasty, or let me know if you think we're tripping.
Y'all
maybe you
like
think
that,
maybe. I mean, I know who would like it.
Y'all nasty.
But I know who wouldn't like it, and y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Watch this. All right. Goodbye. We love y'all.
Holla.